The story begins exactly 1 month before the wedding. Yoon Hyun and Seo stand in front of their families wearing wedding rings and make a huge announcement. They reveal that they already have a child and want to get married, even though they met only a week ago. Everyone is completely shocked by such a sudden decision to marry. Right from this moment, it becomes clear that there is a big secret behind their relationship. Getting married this quickly doesn't seem normal, which immediately makes the story even more interesting. The story then jumps straight to the wedding day. Both grooms are getting ready to enter the wedding hall. The people around them tell them to stay relaxed, and explain how they should make their entrance. Meanwhile, Seo thinks to himself that once they walk through those doors, Yoon Hyun will officially become his husband. Looking at Yoon Hyun's nervous face, he finds him incredibly cute, but quickly stops himself, saying that this isn't the time to think about such things. The two then encourage each other. Seo tells Yoon Hyun that he will do great as always, while Yoon Hyun tells Seo to stay calm and act naturally. As soon as they enter the wedding hall, the soft sound of violins fills the air, and the entire hall erupts into applause. However, not everyone is happy. Some guests immediately start gossiping. One person wonders how the youngest son of the Jew family could turn out to be Omega, when everyone else is Alpha. Someone else brings up Seoha's broken engagement, while another even assumes that maybe there was already a pregnancy before the wedding, which is why everything happened so quickly. Honestly, people have a habit of creating their own stories without knowing the truth, and that's exactly what happens here. Seo overhears all of their comments, but he simply ignores them. The only thing that matters to him is that today he is starting a new life with Yoon Hyun. The priest then asks them to vow that they will love each other forever, stay by each other's side, and fulfill every responsibility as partners. Without any hesitation, Yoon Hyun and Seo make those promises. After that, the priest officially declares them husband and husband. With a little hesitation, Yoon Hyun asks Seo if they should really do this. Seo smiles and says yes, and the two share a kiss. With that emotional moment, they begin their married life together, and the story moves on to the next scene. Seo quietly thinks to himself that his dream has finally become reality. Now it's time for the congratulatory speech. Seoha's Hyung, Jinwoo, who is also a doctor, steps onto the stage to congratulate the couple, and wishes them a happy future together. At this point, the story shifts into a flashback. We learn that before the wedding, Seo had gone to Dr. Jinwoo, and asked for his help in hiding his fake pregnancy. At first, the doctor refuses and asks who will take responsibility if the truth is ever revealed. However, Seo assures him that the secret will never come out, and promises that later he will genuinely try to have a baby. The doctor explains that pregnancy is not magic but the result of the right timing in the right circumstances. Seo then reveals that he has planned their honeymoon during his heat cycle, and the doctor had previously mentioned that the chances of success are much higher with a dominant alpha. Seo also reveals the real reason why his previous engagement ended. He never wanted to marry Ji Chunying. The doctor agrees that Chunying wasn't a good person, and finally asks Seo whether the man he wants to marry now is truly a good person. Without any hesitation, Seo confidently answers with just one word, yes. For the first time, it becomes clear that Seoha's decision wasn't made out of stubbornness, but came straight from his heart. The flashback ends, and the wedding ceremony is successfully completed. Now it's time for the bouquet toss. The couple counts down together and throws the bouquet. Interestingly, it lands directly in Yoon Hyun's brother Ha Hyun's hands. Ha Hyun immediately insists that he didn't catch it on purpose. The entire venue fills with laughter and applause. Seo smiles to himself, thinking that the wedding has finally ended without any major problems. The next day, the reception is completed successfully, and that night the couple arrives at their hotel. But then comes a funny twist. Seo is sitting alone in the room, drinking, and thinking that spending the first night of their honeymoon alone might have been his biggest mistake. The story then rewinds to what happened a little earlier. Yoon Hyun and Seo are together in the hotel room. Yoon Hyun compliments Seoha's hair and asks if he dyed it before the wedding. The two begin having a sweet and light-hearted conversation. Seo keeps teasing Yoon Hyun, while Yoon Hyun shyly backs away every single time. Soon, The atmosphere between them starts becoming romantic, so the story leaves this private moment here and moves on to the next scene. However, Yoon-hyun becomes so flustered by his own imagination that he decides to book another room and sleep there instead. Seo-ho is left completely surprised, but Yoon-hyun tells him that he needs some time to calm down first. Sitting alone, Seo-ho smiles to himself and realizes that maybe he tried to rush things a little too much on their very first night. If you were in Yoon-hyun's place, would you have booked a separate room on your wedding night or stayed with Seo-ho? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now the story takes us back 1 month and 1 week earlier. The grand opening of G Hotel and the launch event of its new restaurant are taking place, with the city's biggest businessmen, celebrities, and influential people attending the event. Among the crowd, Seo-ho makes a stylish entrance. He has dyed his hair. While listening to the conversations around him, Seo-ho quietly observes the heirs of the powerful alpha families attending the event. He then tells himself that his goal for tonight is crystal clear: he has to find his future husband. At this point, it becomes obvious that Seo-ho hasn't come here for a romantic date. He has arrived with a well-planned mission to change his future. Soon, his eyes land on a blonde alpha. Seo-ho immediately decides that he will talk to him first. If the man turns out to be his type, then he will become Seo-ho's future husband. Encouraging himself, Seo-ho thinks that he doesn't need a perfect man. He just needs an unmarried alpha who can change his life. However, just as he starts walking toward the blonde alpha, another blonde man suddenly blocks his way. It is actually Ji Chunying, but he has also dyed his hair, so Seo-ho fails to recognize him. Ji Chunying smiles, offers Seo-ho a drink, and the two begin talking together. At first, everything seems perfectly normal, but before long, Ji Chunying's true personality starts to show. He repeatedly looks down on Seo-ho simply because he is an Omega. He even says that Omegas belong in the kitchen and should always speak respectfully. To be honest, the moment he starts talking like that, it becomes obvious that arrogance is his true personality. Seo-ho refuses to stay silent. He clearly tells Ji Chunying that if he wants respect, he should first learn how to respect others. But Ji Chunying doesn't stop. He places his hand on Seo-ho's head to tease him, and even tries to sense his pheromones. Seo-ho becomes furious inside. Somehow, the entire situation feels strangely familiar. Suddenly, he realizes that this is the same man he was once engaged to. Without hesitation, Seo-ho calls him a terrible person. The moment Ji Chunying hears those words, his anger explodes. He grabs Seo-ho's wrist and starts threatening him. Seo-ho refuses to back down and calls him trash once again. Then he sarcastically asks whether all alphas memorize the same script before acting like this. Now the situation gets completely out of control. Ji Chunying openly releases his alpha pheromones, trying to force Seo-ho into submission. The other guests at the event begin noticing the disturbance. Some ask what is happening over there, while others wonder who is releasing such an overwhelming amount of pheromones. Ji Chunying then shouts that if Seo-ho is an Omega, he should kneel before him. At this moment, the story clearly shows how dangerous it can be when someone misuses their power. Just then, a new person steps forward. It is none other than Yoon-hyun. He walks straight up to Ji Chunying and calmly asks what exactly he thinks he is doing. Ji Chunying tries to explain himself, but Yoon-hyun doesn't listen to a single word. Instead, he signals his bodyguards and orders them to escort Ji Chunying out of the venue. Even while being dragged outside, Ji Chunying keeps shouting that everything was Seo-ho's fault. But by then, no one is willing to listen to him anymore. Seo-ho watches everything in complete surprise. He soon realizes that the man who helped him is none other than Yoon-hyun, the famous heir of G Group. For the very first time, Seo-ho looks at him carefully. In his mind, he can't help admiring Yoon-hyun's blonde hair, outstanding appearance, and confident personality. He finds himself completely captivated. He also remembers hearing many rumors about Yoon-hyun, but decides that he would rather discover the truth himself. From this moment onward, Seo-ho's mission completely changes. Now, he doesn't just want to escape marriage, he wants Yoon-hyun to become a part of his life. Seo-ho immediately walks over, thanks Yoon-hyun for helping him, and invites him out for a drink. However, without saying much, Yoon-hyun gently removes Seo-ha's hand, says, "Excuse me," and quietly walks away. Seo-ho stands there in surprise for a moment. Then he convinces himself that Yoon-hyun is probably just shy. After that, he decides that he won't give up so easily. Seo-ho quietly follows Yoon-hyun. He notices Yoon-hyun heading toward the hotel's private area, where he stops in front of an elevator and takes out his key card. Meanwhile, Yoon-hyun is secretly worried because he can feel that his rut cycle is about to begin, and he is searching for his suppressant. The moment the elevator doors open, Seo-ho quickly steps inside with him. Within seconds, Yoon-hyun catches the sweet scent of omega pheromones. He immediately realizes that Seo-ho is inside the elevator with him. Seo-ho also notices Yoon-hyun's condition and understands that he is currently going through his rut cycle. Yoon-hyun wants Seo-ho not to come any closer because the situation could become dangerous. But Seo-ho has something completely different on his mind. He believes that fate has finally given him the opportunity he has been waiting for. The elevator stops on the 13th floor. Yoon-hyun tells Seo-ho to leave first. Instead, Seo-ho reaches out his hand and says that he will escort Yoon-hyun to his room. The two eventually arrive at the room alone, and the story moves toward their private and romantic moments, so that part is respectfully skipped before continuing. Inside the room, Yoon-hyun repeatedly asks for his inhibitor because he is trying his best to stay in control. Meanwhile, Seo-ho thinks that if he gives Yoon-hyun the inhibitor now, his entire plan will fall apart. At this point, Seo-ha's decision feels quite selfish because he is thinking about taking advantage of the opportunity while Yoon-hyun is struggling with his condition. In the end, Yoon-hyun's memories gradually become blurry, while Seo-ho silently repeats one thought to himself: he wants this blonde alpha to become a part of his life no matter what. In other words, fate, misunderstandings, and unexpected circumstances completely changed the very first meeting between Seo-ho and Yoon-hyun. Do you think meeting Yoon-hyun completely changed Seo-ha's plans, or was he just looking for the perfect alpha from the beginning? The scene cuts to the next morning. Yoon-hyun is having a strange dream. In the dream, someone calls him a liar and reminds him that he had promised to preserve his purity until marriage. Now, he is being asked how he plans to answer for breaking that promise. The surprising part is that, in the dream, those words are being said by his younger brother, Ha-hyun. Suddenly, Yoon-hyun wakes up. Taking a deep breath, he tells himself that it was only a dream. Ha-hyun had never actually said anything like that to him. Sometimes, a person's biggest fears appear in their dreams. The same thing is happening to Yoon-hyun. More than what happened, he is afraid that he has broken the principles he always believed in. But the very next moment, he realizes that his memories of the previous night are still unclear. As soon as he looks beside him, he sees Seo-ho sleeping peacefully. Yoon-hyun is completely shocked. He immediately tries to remember the date, and realizes that because of his rut cycle, he may have made a huge mistake. Panicking, he rushes straight to the bathroom. For the first time, genuine fear can be seen on Yoon-hyun's face. More than worrying about himself, he is concerned that he might have caused trouble for Seo-ho. Meanwhile, a little later, Seo-ha's phone starts ringing. Still half asleep, he answers the call. On the other end is Dr. Jinwoo Hyung. Jinwoo loudly asks where Seo-ho has been for the past 2 days, and why he hasn't answered anyone's calls. At first, Seo-ho doesn't understand what he is talking about. But the moment he looks at his phone screen, his eyes go wide. 2 whole days have passed. His phone is filled with dozens of notifications, several missed calls from his sister, and multiple calls from his mother. At this moment, Seo-ho realizes that the situation has become much bigger than he expected. Disappearing for 2 days is definitely not a small matter. Seo-ho immediately asks what today's date is. Jinwoo explains that after the party, several people saw him following Yoon-hyun, the eldest son of G Group. Just then, Yoon-hyun comes out of the bathroom after taking a shower. Without thinking, Seo-ho blurts out that they were together, and that Yoon-hyun has just finished showering. The moment Jinwoo hears that, he becomes even more shocked. However, Seo-ho quickly hangs up the phone, saying that he will explain everything later. Jinwoo, there must be 1,000 questions running through his mind, but Seo-ho ends the call without answering even one of them. After the call, silence fills the room for a few moments. Seoho asks whether Yoonhyun remembers him, and whether anything serious happened during the last 2 days, or if the media reported anything. In a calm voice, Yoonhyun explains that those 2 days were the weekend, so the matter never became public, and no news was reported. Hearing this, Seoho lets out a sigh of relief. Yoonhyun then says that he doesn't remember much after the elevator, but he does remember Seoho. After handing Seoho some clothes, Yoonhyun tells him to take a shower first, so they can calmly discuss everything afterward. This is where Yoonhyun's personality stands out from everyone else. Instead of panicking, he tries to handle the situation calmly. The scene then shifts to the bathroom. While getting ready, Seoho smiles at his reflection in the mirror. He quietly thinks to himself that he really chose the right husband. Then, his eyes fall on the love bite marks on his body. Seeing them makes him even happier. The story briefly hints at their private relationship here, but we leave that part aside and move forward. Looking at himself in the mirror, Seoho also begins imagining the future. He thinks that if everything goes well, one day they will have children, and build a happy family together. The funniest thing about Seoho is that after every small event, his thoughts immediately jump to marriage and children. A little later, Seoho comes out and says that there is something important he needs to tell Yoonhyun first. In his mind, he reviews his entire plan. The first plan, act completely innocent. The second plan, win Yoonhyun's sympathy by telling him about his difficult situation. The third plan, if necessary, use his innocence and charm to persuade him. After that, Seoho explains that he is trapped in an arranged engagement, and wants to escape it at any cost. He clearly says that his fiancée has a terrible personality, and if Yoonhyun helps him a little, the engagement can be broken. He also adds that he is not asking Yoonhyun to take responsibility for what happened the previous night. His only request is that they pretend to be married for a while. But then, the story takes a huge twist. Without even thinking for a second, Yoonhyun says, "I will take responsibility." Seoho simply stares at him for several seconds. He can't believe what he just heard. Yoonhyun continues by saying that if Seoho doesn't trust him, he even recorded their entire conversation. He explains that although they barely know each other, he genuinely wants to get to know Seoho. Not only that, but he has already discussed the matter with his family. Then he asks directly, "If you want to break off your engagement, will you marry me?" At this moment, the entire story takes a dramatic turn. Seoho came with the idea of proposing a fake marriage, but Yoonhyun unexpectedly proposes a real one instead. Seoho asks in disbelief if he is truly serious. Yoonhyun replies that what happened the previous night was because of his rut cycle, and he feels sorry about it. But his decision will not change. Seoho is unable to hide his feelings either. He admits that he also liked what happened that night. Yoonhyun replies that no matter what kind of person Seoho may be, his feelings will not change. After that, the two talk about their ages for the very first time. Seoho reveals that he is 30 years old. Hearing this, Yoonhyun is completely surprised because he himself is only 28. Both of them laugh about it. Then Seoho smiles and says that if Yoonhyun truly wants to marry him, he sincerely thanks him from the bottom of his heart. He jokingly continues that their compatibility is so good that married life will probably be very smooth. Finally, Yoonhyun says only one thing: they should first take their time and get to know each other slowly. The story then jumps forward by 1 month and 1 week, bringing us back to their wedding night. Interestingly, the two are staying in separate rooms with only one wall between them. Meanwhile, Seoho keeps teasing Yoonhyun while drinking. He says that they are already married, so why is Yoonhyun still acting so shy? Smiling, Yoonhyun replies that he still can't clearly remember many parts of their first meeting. Seoho jokes again, saying that his young husband is as shy as a little rabbit. Finally, Yoonhyun walks over to the door and says, "That's enough, now come inside." Seoho immediately gets excited, stands up, and says that he is coming right away. But in the very next moment, Yoonhyun laughs and adds one condition. "First, put on some proper clothes before you come in." In other words, even though they are now married, their playful banter and adorable chemistry remain exactly the same as they were on the very first day. And that is what makes their relationship so enjoyable to watch. What surprised you more, Seoha's fake marriage plan or Yoonhyun's real marriage proposal?